fascinating reporting here that Musk approached Page about selling the company. I mean, how serious were these talks, Ashlee?
Well, it got pretty serious. I mean, Tesla it was in this interesting spot. It had gotten some really good reviews on the Model S. It had been out for about 6 months. But there were all these customers who were lined up. They were in line to buy the car, and they'd offered to do these pre-sales, but they weren't committing to doing the sales, and Tesla was running out of money, and Elon had to kind of come up with a plan to save the company just in case it went under.
Right, so people don't realize at the time, so you're talking around 2012, 2013, so they had these pre-orders, but as you just said, Ashlee, they were having trouble, the company was having trouble actually sealing the deal on these orders, right? I mean, you detail how Musk, called in the heads of all of his departments and said, you've got to close each of these orders, right?
Yeah, I mean, there were the early adopters who sort of wanted a computer on wheels, and they were out there buying the car. The rest of the people were waiting on the sidelines a bit, and, some of the early Model S's had glitches with the door handles or the windshield wipers, sort of working out the kinks, and so I think people were also waiting for new colors and software updates, and so this is what really was kind of punishing the company. And when Elon found out about it, I think the executives had tried to,
hide it,
not let Elon know exactly how severe it was for a little while, and then when he found out, he sort of turned the whole company around to go sell these cars.
And then ring, ring, he calls Larry Page. And what is the deal that he exactly tried to work out with him at Google?
Well, it's an interesting deal. I mean, he wanted Google to buy Tesla, and then he also wanted these guarantees. He wanted about $5 billion that Google would put towards Tesla's factories and making sure that the Model S and future cars came out. And then Elon also wanted to guarantee that Tesla got this third-generation car that they're working on out. It's going to be more around $35,000.
Right. So he wanted to stay at the company for 8 years, right, under Google. So he was willing to work at Google under Larry Page.
Yeah, because, for Elon, this third-generation car is sort of one of his big callings in life, and he was worried that Google might be into bringing that car to market initially and then back out later on, and so he wanted to be there personally to be sure that it came to fruition.
I just want to tell people the numbers. Okay, so he was willing to sell the company at $6 billion, right, Ashlee? He wanted $5 billion for factory expansion. Tesla now, though, market cap $26 billion. So, of course, it ended up being the right decision for Musk to not sell to Google and to continue on as an independent. Now, for Tesla now, is there still an option for them to be sold? I mean, what's the buzz now?
I mean, it's funny because all the rumors to date have been around Apple buying Tesla, and as far as I know, I mean, those discussions really haven't come anywhere close to this sort of thing, and everyone's kind of missed on the Google part. Tesla doesn't really need to sell as much anymore. I mean, they're able to raise capital for all these ambitious things they're doing with the battery factory. Their stock price is still high enough. They look healthy. Elon has enough money on his own. I think the only reason I really think that they would sell is if Elon felt that the company was at this really solid point and he wanted to devote more attention to SpaceX and some of his other pursuits and felt like, he could put it in someone else's hands and they would bring a mainstream electric car to market. But the sort of need to sell to keep the company alive is a different place now.